Once again, today we see that the record low temperatures were set last year on this date. For Dallas, 50, and for Fort Worth, 46. The pollution index for Dallas, 17, expected to remain light the next 24 hours. Here's the way the forecast looks for the Channel 8 viewing area. For tonight, mostly cloudy, low right around 70, then with scattered thunderstorms. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and cooler. The frontal system should go through around 4 to 5 o'clock in the morning. High will be in the upper 80s, dropping back again to the mid-60s. And then Friday, partly cloudy and mild. Winds will be southerly, 10 to 20 miles per hour, and they'll become northerly tomorrow. Bob?
Thank you, Jack. Smoking in bed apparently cost a 44-year-old San Antonio man his life early today in Fort Worth. Myron L. Thompson, who listed no other address but the city of San Antonio, died when fire engulfed his motel room about 1 o'clock this morning.
Certainty appears to be at this point in time that there's a big hole in the ground, and it appears to be getting bigger. Michael Brown, Channel 8 News, Grand Saline.
Hey, that big hole reminds me of my father-in-law's appetite. They're visiting now from Idaho and eating me out of house and home, but they're enjoying themselves.
His stomach is like a big pit.
Oh, I'll tell you, it's just awful. I hope I can borrow a couple of dollars from you before the night is over.
Are you kidding me?
Well, we're not kidding about the weather. It's been wet, friends, and Jack will have that for us in 2 minutes.
There I was, 15th floor condominium, working this big ant job when all of a sudden, out of nowhere came a swarm of termites. It was a Terminix man's dream. Nobody hates pests like I hate pests.
Terminix ace like me ought to rate a bigger truck.
Trying to find a restaurant you both like isn't easy. You've both got your favorite places. You like a place that has wood and fine leather, but she likes a place that's all cozy little rooms. You like a place that's got rough beams and interesting colors, but she likes a place with a fireplace. You like things you can look at, and she likes things she can hear. You like a place that serves nothing but steaks, but she likes a lobster place.
What's going on?
You both like big salads, fine wines, and corn on the cob. She likes it served in a fancy place, while you want service or you'll go some other place. If those are the kind of places you like, you'll like Steak and Ale, because we built Steak and Ale to be all your favorite places in one place. This is some place.
All your favorite places in one place. Steak and Ale.
Montana highway becomes a lifeline, but damaging moisture weakens this lifeline and threatens its most vital link, the Lake Koocanusa Bridge. Here, a new paving underliner called Petromat repels harmful moisture. And who developed this all-weather toughener for your roads? The same company that makes fine products for your car, the Phillips Petroleum Company. Surprised?
Front moved through the Dallas-Fort Worth area between 1 and 2 o'clock this afternoon, about 24 hours before I really expected it to. Drop the temperature 15 to 20 degrees as it went through, and of course that's the thing that's brought us the rain. The rain has been locally heavy, and a flash flood watch is in effect for the southwest portion of north-central Texas. Some of those highways down in through that area, Highway 208 between Colorado City and Buford, has been closed because of high water. And also Highway 1606 between Ira and Dunn has been closed. So travel's being discouraged, particularly into that section, not just those particular highways. A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect through south central Texas until 1 a.m. There was one earlier in our area, but had been canceled. The heaviest rain in through our area, at least the Dallas-Fort Worth area, has been around 2 inches at Gainesville. Downtown Fort Worth has got 47 hundredths. The regional airport has collected 35 hundredths, and Love Field 22 hundredths. The frontal system now is slowed down a little bit, but it is south of the Waco area, probably just about in through the Austin area, and it has passed through San Angelo, has not yet gone through the El Paso area. So the temperatures are still the warmest out in through that area, and that's about the only place that isn't completely cloudy. Even up through the Panhandle, where there's no precipitation showing, they have a very dense fog, and to the south down the Lubbock area is blowing dust. Golf ball-sized hail was reported earlier in the Lubbock area, and also was reported this evening in the Ballinger area. Severe thunderstorm warnings are generally occurring now in through the box where the severe thunderstorm watch is in effect in advance of that frontal system. Looks like the front's going to become fairly well stationary, moist air overrunning it, going to keep this cloudiness and rain in through our area probably for the next 48 hours. The warmest spot in the state today and the nation was out of Presidio with 95, and of course the coolest spot in the state was up at Amarillo with 55. Currently in the Dallas-Fort Worth area under cloudy skies with rain at 60 degrees, the relative humidity is 97%. The barometer reads 30.10 and rising. The high today was 73 at 1 o'clock. The low today was 56 at 2 o'clock. We've collected 35 of an inch of rain. A half inch was reported in East Dallas. That brings our total for April to 5 52/100. The total for the year is 8 46/100. The normal through April should be 11 inches. Across the rest of the nation, all the real activity is occurring right in through our area, with the rain starting from Kentucky, extending generally along the front, and just about making it into New Mexico. But in the eastern part of the nation, it's generally been cold weather. They had a whole bunch of record lows this morning. Charleston, West Virginia was down to 29, La Crosse, Wisconsin down to 28, and they extended all the way through that area. Freeze warnings in effect through that area for tonight. That front looks like it'll probably pass through by around Saturday. The forecast then looks like this. For tonight, it'll be cloudy and cooler, with showers and thunderstorms, low in the low 50s, winds out of the northeast 10 to 15, but gusty near thunderstorms. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and cool with scattered showers and thunderstorms, high in the mid-60s, low in the low 50s, and the winds out of the northeast 10 to 20. And Friday, we'll have more thunderstorms, a little bit warmer though, high around 70, winds out of the east 10 to 15. If you're sweating out the weekend, the outlook Saturday through Monday for the Dallas-Fort Worth area shows clearing on Saturday, although showers will continue in East Texas, then fair and cool Sunday and Monday. Temperatures, though, look like they'll be running below normal. The way it looks now, showery weather through Friday, then it looks like it'll be clearing on Saturday for the weekend. Iowa?
Thank you, Jack. Well, the
high and middle level cloudiness cover most of Texas this evening. Low level clouds already started down the lower Rio Grande Valley should cover about the eastern half of the state by tomorrow morning, and a few showers may develop in that low cloudiness area. The low clouds now, as I said, extend the lower Rio Grande Valley from around Corpus Christi on up into about the Del Rio area. They're still scattered in the Del Rio area, but overcast down to the south of that. Generally up through the rest of Texas, again, it's middle and high level cloudiness, but it's partly cloudy to cloudy. The Dallas-Fort Worth area right now is showing partly cloudy, but there is high, thin, cirrus clouds above, and again, it will go back overcast. This is the moist flow coming on in that will cause low cloudiness to cover about the eastern half of the state. But there is a trough of low pressure that extends now through northern Oklahoma down into the Panhandle. At one time today, it was as far south as Lubbock. It has moved back to the north. It's kind of gaining strength. It's going to turn into a cold front, and it looks like it'll probably pass us by tomorrow afternoon. There are a few showers occurring out in the El Paso area right now, and earlier this evening there were a few showers around Pecos, but most of them have already dissipated. High temperatures today ran in the 60s and the 70s over all of the state, with the warmest up at Childress showing 78. The coolest at Galveston showing 63. Galveston is 61 now. The warmest in the state now is at Brownsville and Harlingen with 68 degrees. Currently in the Dallas-Fort Worth area under partly cloudy skies, it's 58 degrees. Excuse me. Relative humidity is 72%. The barometer reads 29.98 and steady. The high today was 69. However, Love Field did get up to 71. Low this morning, 39, and of course no rain in the past 24 hours. Across the rest of the nation, there are now traveler's advisories out in effect for parts of Colorado, Wyoming, going into North Dakota, and winter storm watches in effect for parts of South Dakota. This will be for tomorrow now, Minnesota and Wisconsin. All associated with the next front that's still in Idaho. There is snow falling around with that frontal system now, but by tomorrow afternoon, it'll be down into the southern part of Colorado. And again, this is going to be following behind the frontal system in our area. It looks like this one will probably go on through around Friday night. The front that is now way down in the Gulf of Mexico is going to drift back to the north tomorrow, and by tomorrow evening, with this trough developing into a front, it'll kind of swing on down in the eastern part of the state, and shower activity generally covering eastern part of Texas and going on into Louisiana and Arkansas. All that heavy snow in about the mid-Atlantic states is now moved off. However, this next front is causing snow flurry activity with rain showers extending on down into about southern Indiana. For us, the forecast looks like this. For tonight, it'll be mostly cloudy and warm. The low will be in the upper 40s. The winds will be out of the south, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, cloudy and warm with widely scattered thunder showers, a high in the low 70s, the low around 50, winds out of the south 10 to 20, but they should shift to the west by late tomorrow afternoon. And then on Friday, partly cloudy and mild, high in the low 70s, winds out of the west 10 to 20 miles per hour. The outlook Saturday through Monday for the Dallas-Fort Worth area looks a little chilly, generally fair and colder, with temperatures below normal Saturday through Monday. The way it looks now, Looks like we got a cold weekend coming up.
Yeah, but you still got to be breaking your arm, slapping yourself on the back, what with all the good weather that we've been having, I think.
Not really, because I would rather see a little bit of rain, to tell you the honest truth.
Let me ask you something. You're an old Air Force man. How do you feel about all the closings across the country? All the bases shutting down?
Well, I'm mixed emotions on that, really. As a taxpayer, I suppose I would like to see some of them closed, because I know that a lot of them are really there for nothing. But as an Air Force man, I hated to see some of the good ones closed. And Webb is really not considered a bad base by most people.
Could have a big effect on the folks at Big Spring.
Oh, it definitely will. I've been in small towns where this has happened.
Well, I'll tell you something else that's having a big effect, and that's how much money you're spending on state government. And you might be interested in knowing how it's being spent.